Right, 14 June 2025, and today I'm going to be taking you through one of the most shocking tenders that have been awarded, and this award was announced yesterday. This is terrible. It shows that Mnangagwa and his group have now successfully gotten back. So Gananda are back, and they're unapologetic. So what has happened is that the same group that did the Mbudzi Interchange has now been awarded the tender to build the Victoria Falls Road. So as you are aware, there's been a massive outcry over the Mbudzi Interchange, over the Victoria Falls Road, which is in a terrible state. It's almost impossible to pass. Only 2 days ago, there was a crash between 2 haulage trucks and a bus, and a lot of people died. That road is very bad. Tourists can't travel. However, what has happened is that Mnangagwa has awarded the tender for that road's upgrade to Tagwirei. As I've said to you, Tagwirei is not a business person. Tagwirei is a tenderpreneur. He has never done any business that does not involve a business tender. He's Mnangagwa's business partner. And I'm now going to show you this terrible tender by Mnangagwa and then what we're going to do next. So this is not going to go unattended. You're going to see something very big. And for the first time, I'm going to ask all the guys, M31, let's not allow this to happen. So this is a beginning. This is going to be resisted. We need to resist what has happened. So let me show you what has happened. So these are the companies here. So Fossil Contracting, Masimba Construction, and Tensor Systems. These are the same companies that did Mbudzi Interchange. And they're owned by Obeichimuka, Tagwirei, and Obeichimuka's proxy engineer also owned owned by Obeichimuka. So basically, this is Tagwirei. He's been offered these contracts, and on top of that, there are just 2 companies which are not part of these companies. So that are not part of Tagwirei. That is Syvern Investment and Bitumen Resources. However, you know that all these companies are linked to Mnangagwa, but particularly Tagwirei is the biggest beneficiary of what is happening. And obviously, as I said, this is going to be resisted. We're going to start a program and a campaign. And I'll be announcing the next step. So by the 1st of July, we should be able to launch a national protest over this contract. This contract by Tagwirei, I'm going to I'll let you guys know the program. This is, and this must be resisted. There was no tender. This thing just got given to these guys. These are going to be, or this is going to be another Mbudzi Interchange expensive project that doesn't produce anything. So as I said, something big must happen here. And as Mdarag said, Gananda must not be allowed to do what they're doing. So certainly, you are going to hear a program. We're going to campaign against this tender to Tagwirei, and it's going to be bad. Tagwirei must just be aware that this is not going to be a walk in the park. This is terrible. Tagwirei has been awarded these tenders over and over again after he failed to deliver at Mbudzi Interchange, which resulted in cement having to be taken from Zambia. So the cement used at Mbudzi Interchange had to be taken from Zambia after Tagwirei failed to supply using his Kaya cement, and this resulted in Kaya cement collapsing. This man is not able to run a project of this nature and must be resisted. So there must be massive resistance, and we're going to make sure that it happens. So get ready for a big push against Tagwirei. Get ready for an announcement, a big announcement that is going to come. There is going to be a big resistance to these guys. They are not going to get away with it. And for the first time, and as I'm already saying here, on the 1st of July, there is going to be a protest against this contract. So let it be clear that this won't go unpunished. You are going to see, and we're going to push very hard against Tagwirei. This thing is going to be cancelled. These guys are not going to get away with it. We have allowed them for too long to get away with this. And Tagwirei is now the first of evil in our country. So let's make sure that Tagwirei is not allowed to do this. Tagwirei is very corrupt and is working with Mnangagwa to destroy our country. So let's make sure that 1st of July becomes the date where there is a massive protest in our country against what has happened. $1 billion contract once again awarded to Tagwirei soon after the Mbudzi Interchange. These guys are shameless, and it's crazy. Can you see how one person keeps getting all tenders in the country? Are there no other companies? So let's make sure that we deal with this. So Tagwirei, Masimba Construction, Tensor Systems, Fossil Construction, these guys are part of a cabal that is destroying our country. So I'll let you guys know as time goes on how we're going to deal with this situation. Tagwirei already on the ground without a tender and delivering nothing. Okay, so we're going to deal with it, and this is going to be a campaign, a massive campaign against the cabal, against Uganda. Now let's go to Zambia. Mnangagwa has dispatched Vice President Chiwenga to go and deliver a message to President HH. So Mnangagwa has asked President HH to make an announcement on the date when there's going to be a burial of President Lungu, former President Lungu, who died in South Africa. And I showed you that he was using a false name at a hospital in the middle of Pretoria. He died like a common man, hiding. And I don't know why he was hiding, because I think the hospitals in Zambia were actually going to do a better job. That hospital where he was, it's not a top-end hospital. It's one of the lowest hospitals inside of South Africa. If you don't have medical aid, you go to that hospital. It's a hospital, a tiny little hospital in the middle of town. It's like a clinic. So I feel sorry for him to have died under such conditions. So President Hakainde Hichilema has said he's not going to make that announcement until there's agreement. So there was an attempt by Mnangagwa to force President HH to make an announcement on the burial, but that has failed. President Hakainde Hichilema said he's not going to do it. He's not going to just make an announcement, a random announcement about the burial. So I want you to see President Hakainde Hichilema speaking, and he explained that he's not going to be forced into this announcement. So listen to him speaking.
Thank you to President Mnangagwa for sending you here at short notice. I say short notice because we only got your notification through the ambassador, I think yesterday or yes, in the morning? Yes, around midnight. You see, So your notification came, I saw it this morning myself. And hours later, you are here. So thank you to my brother president for sending you here, for offering your condolences on a very dark day for us, or dark period, because it's been 8 days now since our 6th president passed on. So thank you to the president. Thank you to you, Vice President General Chiwenga, for putting aside things that were already planned before the death occurred, and you are here. Please pass my message on behalf of the people of Zambia, 20 million Zambians, that we appreciate the president, the government, and the people of Zimbabwe's graciousness through the message of condolences. We also say so because we now have a situation where I'm the 7th president, and 5 of them had gone. One went under my time, early on in my leadership. We've been in office now 3 years, 9 months, President Banda. Then we were only left with former President Lungu, only him. So he's now gone. It means we don't have a former president in our country. It's a situation that is really unfortunate. And for you to share this grief with us, we are very grateful. We don't take neighbors for granted, brotherly, sisterly countries for granted. So when this gesture is extended to us, it's only normal for us to say thank you and thank you very much. Please pass the message to President Mnangagwa. And we have been having challenges with the family as to agree burial rights. By now, they've already announced the program of the funeral. We do believe that we will be able to reach consensus. My approach, our government's approach, for me as head of state, is to focus on dialogue rather than conflict, to focus on positive dialogue, not to roll out the powers of the president or the time. So negotiating, agreeing with the family, listening to their concerns, their desires, has been something we decided to invest in and not to just push through things. So we apologize for the delay. By now, you should have gone away with a program. So we believe we'll reach some conclusion with the family, amicable conclusion, and then we'll be able to communicate the funeral program to you as Zimbabwe through President Mnangagwa and yourself and the government and the people of Zimbabwe, our family members across the river. Where I was brought up, if you asked the description of Zambia and Zimbabwe, we use a term we call Zimzam. So that's how we define ourselves, Zimzam, meaning Zimbabwe, Zambia, Zamzim, whichever way. So please bear with us. Express that apology to the president, that will be coming to you soon with a formality.
All right, so you heard it. President Hakainde Hichilema is not going to be forced into an announcement. It is clear what has happened here. Mnangagwa wanted President Hakainde Hichilema to make the announcement. This was not a message of condolence because Mnangagwa has already gone to the embassy of Zambia a day before. So this was not a message of condolence. Mnangagwa had gone or sent General Chiwenga to say President Hakainde Hichilema must announce the program. This was a push, And Mnangagwa himself could not go to Zambia because the relationship between Mnangagwa and President HH is not good. So the two are not on talking terms. President Hakainde Hichilema has never gone to Zimbabwe, and Mnangagwa himself is not going to go to Zambia. If you see him at the burial, which I think the family is trying to do, the family is trying to get Mnangagwa to go over there and preside over the funeral, and I don't think that would be acceptable. So you are going to see a process that is going to take place, but Mnangagwa is not going to force the hand of President Hakainde Hichilema. So this is what happened here. If you didn't understand what was going on, there was an attempt by Mnangagwa to force President Hakainde Hichilema to make an announcement and also to force himself into Zambia so that he can become part of the program, which I think already, as you can see, is not going to be allowed. There's not going to be such a burial where Mnangagwa is going to come into Zambia and become the master of ceremony or the guest of honor at a burial when there's a president in Zambia. So eventually what you're going to see is probably the burial of President Lungu in South Africa. That is a possibility. Or you are going to see him being buried at a private ceremony, but without the heads of state of other countries. So President Hakainde Hichilema has already signed the book of condolence yesterday at Belvedere Lodge. So this is being done at a private location. However, I also believe that the Lungu family, since he's using a different name, might even have taken the body into Zambia using that different name. So I don't know why they were using a different name for him and what are the implications. What is the name that he was using inside of the hospital? I've tried to use my sources to find out. Unfortunately, we were unable to find out what name he was using in that hospital. So the death and burial of Lungu is becoming a thing, a big thing. But I believe that President Hakainde Hichilema is not going to be pushed into a corner. So President HH is very firm. You could see that he was very firm. He's not going to allow Mnangagwa to push him around regarding the burial of former President Lungu. You saw that President Ramaphosa is also involved. You saw also that Sadak is involved. But the family of Lungu, they've been adamant. There's been a lot of misinformation, including the information on the children. So that is Dalitso and Chieso. There was claims that they were denied passports or visas to go to South Africa. This information was not correct. It's not correct that Dalitso was called by drug enforcement. It's not correct to say they were somehow constrained. So all this information is false, and people are using the body of Lungu for political mileage. I don't believe that this is correct. These guys are using the body. They're holding the body hostage. And already it's 9 days since his death. So I believe that President Hakainde Hichilema will eventually have to make a decision and make an announcement regarding the death and burial of former President Lungu. He is a former president, and I don't think there's a former president of Zambia who has been buried under these conditions. If I'm not mistaken, most of them have received a state funeral. So let's see what happens. But Mnangagwa attempting yesterday to force President Hakainde Hichilema to make an announcement on the burial of Lungu, to announce that Lungu was going to be buried either privately or that he was not going to be present at the state funeral. Can you believe that Mnangagwa is crazy? I don't believe what Mnangagwa thinks he can go to Zambia and tell them what to do there. I don't think so. The Zambians should not accept this meddling by Mnangagwa. Mnangagwa is trying to meddle into the affairs of Zambia, and he is actually the one sponsoring this. You know that Zambia, the presidency of President Hakainde Hichilema has had massive problems from PF because Mnangagwa has deployed a whole bunch of people who are destabilizing the UPND government in Zambia. They are a bunch of ZANU PF people who are working with PF inside of Zambia, and Mnangagwa is part of the problem. Why there's so much strife, especially over the past few months, because they're campaigning for PF, in the incoming or upcoming elections. So Mnangagwa is the problem. He's the one sponsoring all these things that are happening in Zambia right now. So it's crazy, and don't allow it to happen. Don't allow Mnangagwa to take over the program. He's trying to take over the program. Right, let's quickly go through some news stories. In Kenya, 2 senior police officers have been arrested for the death of a blogger in police cells in Nairobi. So that is Albert Ajwang was killed in police cell. He was strangled. And now 2 senior police officers have been arrested who are police officers at Nairobi. That is Constable James Mkwana that you are looking at here, and another Constable Samson Talam, and a civilian CCTV operator were arrested after they tampered with the CCTV footage. And the man you're watching here is the one who strangled the blogger, John Mukwana. That is a senior police officer, a constable. And I do not know why he did it, but he's been arrested. And so there are 2 senior police officers arrested at Nairobi, and a CCTV operators who deleted the footage. So the evidence has been deleted. And you know those CCTV systems, once you delete, it's very hard to recover that system because it's encrypted. Most of the time it's encrypted. So I hope that they get that footage and watch him going in there and killing the blogger. That is crazy. It's so bad. And then obviously we have quite a number of other stories taking place. Let me now take you through to entertainment. Madam Boss, still overseas. She's doing very, very well. She looks almost like a different person. Can you believe it? I cannot even see if it's her or not. She looks like someone different. I hope that this ends there. I hope that it doesn't end up with her looking like someone else. George Kisa. Now let's go to President Duma Boko. President Duma Boko has traveled. So let me show you where he's gone. President Duma Boko has made an announcement yesterday. And let's see where he is right now. Okay, I need to be quick because today is a Saturday. I want you guys to sleep. So let me show you his full post. There's no day when I don't look at President Duma Boko. He's amazing. He's done very, very well in Botswana. And I hope that he manages to solve the problem in Botswana. Official working visit to Hungary, the first since our diplomatic relations began in 1980. I had the honor of meeting with President Thomas Salyok and Prime Minister Viktor Orban to deepen our bilateral ties and unlock new economic opportunities for Botswana. So look at that. That is President Duma Boko there. Always smart. Hungary. I don't know what they do in Hungary, but look at him. He's doing very, very well. President Duma Boko. So I hope that something comes out of it. I've got a plan for Botswana. Botswana is very easy to fix. So let's hope that they address. He has been all over the place trying to fix the situation in Botswana, and I hope that they fix it. Let's see who else has posted. I want to quickly look at other people who have posted. Let's see if Minnie has posted. Let's see what she posted. Did Minnie post? Ever since they stole her phones? Let's see if she has posted. I can't believe someone steals a woman's phone. That is dangerous. The things you see, don't look at your wife's phone. I've never looked at my own wife's phone. Can you believe it? Mnangagwa is looking at Minnie's phones and laughing. What is happening? Mnangagwa is crazy. So I think Mnangagwa definitely has the phones of Minnie. However, the phone that he doesn't have is the phone of Auxilia. Auxilia Mnangagwa has traveled already. She's left, and I believe that she's already in the UK. So if you're in the UK, this is the place. Leonardo Royal Hotel, London. She is speaking here on the 16th, which is on Monday. Make sure that she feels the heat. Go over there. Make sure she feels the heat. Don't allow Oxley Mnangagwa, who is dripping with blood, to speak in the UK. Oxley Mnangagwa is responsible for the murder of Pastor Tafmane Masai, who was killed while campaigning in Mavuku. Scott Sakupanya, a business partner of Oxley Mnangagwa's children, was killed. Okay, Scott Sakupanya was not killed. He killed Pastor Tafmane Masai. His employees abducted him, and he was found naked after 2 days. So don't allow Oxley Mnangagwa to speak in the United Kingdom. Carry the picture of Pastor Tafmane Masai everywhere you go. Make sure that everyone in the UK knows that the police in Zimbabwe are refusing to investigate the murder of Pastor Tafmane Masai. I have written to Parliament. I have written to all the presidents around SADC. I have written to Mnangagwa to make sure that this case, this murder case, is investigated. But Scott Sakupanya is walking scot-free after killing Pastor Tafmane Masai. Don't allow her, don't allow Oxley Mnangagwa to continue to spread lies. Oxley Mnangagwa is not a charity person. She is a killer. And her children are murderers. They are destroying our country. And the British must not allow her into the country. This is crazy. I can't believe it. The murder of Pastor Tafmane Masai has not been investigated. And people working with Mnangagwa are blocking the investigation. That includes the police chief, the Speaker of Parliament, Mudenda. I've written to Mudenda myself. We have written a freedom of information campaign. I have personally written it, and our lawyers have submitted it. And the Speaker of Parliament has refused to respond, and the police are refusing to investigate. We will not keep quiet over the murder of Pastor Tafmane Masai. Oxley Mnangagwa is a murderer with the children. They are the ones who killed him. So that Scott Sakupanya can be in Parliament, and ZANU-PF can get a 2/3 majority and continue to steal our money and put it in their pockets. So you can see what is happening right now. Tagwirei is stealing and getting all these tenders. That is what Mnangagwa wants to steal forever. They're stealing every day. They're also arresting our people and corrupting the justice system. Even in South Africa, they've come here now to corrupt the justice system. The South African justice system is being used to imprison activists from Zimbabwe, like Nyokama Bonu and Mdarageza, who is currently being handed down by armed men from Zimbabwe. There is a torture chamber right now, which is being run by Zimbabwe intelligence at Randburg, where they torture people. Zimbabweans have reported hearing screams as people are being tortured at Randburg, and the South African intelligence are well aware that is what Mnangagwa is doing. So Oxley Mnangagwa, she must not be allowed to speak in the UK. She's evil. Muroi Munu Uyo. Oxley Mnangagwa, she is not a charity person and will not apologize for it. Zoro. Right, let's go to one more thing. Nyoka Mabunu. Tonight I'm going to be giving an update. So tonight I'll be giving an update. We are going to now formalize everything around Nyoka Mabunu. I will let you guys know we must all converge. Mnangagwa must lose, and the people around him, we have given them enough time. So 1 July, that is the day. We are going to have one of the biggest protests on the 1st of July, and we must organize ourselves so that Mnangagwa does not get away with what he's doing right now. Varikuti jairira vanhu ava. Hatikundwe kufunga na Mnangagwa. So let's make sure that we formalize everything tonight. I'll let you guys know what we're planning so that by the 1st of July, we have the biggest protest against Tagwirei. Tagwirei is being given these tenders. He has already been given one hell of a tender from Mbudzi Interchange. He's the one who was responsible for the arrest of Nyoka Mabunu together with Wikno Chivayo. And right now, as we speak, he has been given this massive tender to construct the road from Bulawayo to Victoria Falls, which they destroyed. So they destroy a road so that they can now give a tender to Tagwirei, and Tagwirei He's going to be singing all the way to the bank. This man is not a businessman. He is a tenderpreneur and a liar and a thief. So that is what is going to happen. We're going to have a massive protest against him. The posters that we are going to carry on the first must have the face of Mnangagwa and Tagwirei. These two, they are destroying our country. Tagwirei wants to be the president of Zimbabwe. We will not allow it. And guys, let's fight this man. Fight Tagwirei. Fight him until he's gone. Tagwirei must only be left with the shirt on his back. That is what Tagwirei must have after what we're going to do on the 1st of July. That is in less than 15 days. Let's go. Let's go move against Tagwirei. Muroi. Tagwirei Muroi. Mnangagwa Muroi. Auxilia Muroi. Sean Muroi. Kuda Muroi. Emerson Jr. Muroi. Varoi. Mazidzoro. Right, I think I've covered everything. Let's go to Herald newspaper and see what is happening over there. Are you guys afraid? Munomuchka here Mnangagwa. It's a Timuchkes. Don't be afraid of Mnangagwa. Go after this man. He's destroying our country. Do not allow it to continue. Do not allow him to do what he's doing. Right now, our country should be doing very well. But Mnangagwa and Tagwirei are destroying our country together with Auxilia, Sean, and all the other children. Okay, let's look at the Herald newspaper. RBZ reassures public on Zik cash availability. We are not going to accept these fake stories, fake Zik. Mnangagwa renames police depot. So he has renamed Tomlinson Police Depot to Chimoyo Kembe Depot. Okay, look at those funny looking flats. This is a joke. Come on, guys, who stays in such a flat? The police in Zimbabwe are being embarrassed. A new board of the ZBC has been appointed, chaired by veteran broadcaster Elliot Rushwaya. Elliot, ndinawo mafoto ako. Ndinawo video rako. Dori Putitsa. Information Publicity and Broadcasting Service Minister Dr. Jennifer Nuswere announced the new board through general notice 1186 of 2025 yesterday in terms of the Public Enterprise Corporate Entities Corporate Governance Act. The appointments of 4 years are Mr. Elliot Rushwaya, Dr. Chapson Jetero, and other members being Mr. Chiponeta, Dr. Henry Mukono, Dr. Naneti Silukuni, and Charles Munganasa. Charles Munganasa, the Green Bomber, Mr. Precious Charandura, Mr. Tandwenko Nkomo, Professor Spongile Mpofu, Dr. Queen Mpofu, Mr. Amon Matambo, Ms. Ruvene Kuparinyatwa, and Mr. Martin Kweza. Do you see? That is crazy. I just given you the story on 5 contractors. All of them, Tagwirei. Tagwirei is over here. They don't mention it, but that is Tagwirei. This is crazy. I can't believe it. Today, there are going to be elections, and I'm going to be updating you this morning on the elections that are taking place. So, Zimbabwe Electoral Commission Chairman, Vice Chairman, Ambassador Rodney Kiwa addresses the press conference ahead of today's by-elections in Gutu East, in Caesar North, Binga Ward District Council 4, and Chipinge Road District Council Ward 5. I'll be giving you updates on these throughout the whole day. And what else do we have here? I don't see anything here of interest. Let me see what is here. There are many elections, and M31 is going to start contesting elections after January. So after January, M31 will start contesting elections. I will let you guys know what is going to happen. That is a coalition. We're going to gather everyone together, and we're going to have the M31 coalition by January. So let it be clear. The time is coming when ZANU-PF is not going to go into an election alone. By December, there's going to be a conference. That is in the next 4 months. We're going to have a conference. We're going to organize this coalition, It's not a political party, it's a coalition. Everyone is welcome. And we're going to start challenging ZANU-PF in elections. Right now, ZANU-PF is not being challenged in any elections. So by January, you will see that there will be a formalized structure for the coalition for M31. And I'm already making this announcement now because on the 1st of July, we must have our first protest against Tagwirei. And we're going to make it happen. So get ready. Don't just talk. Focus yourself. Remove Zvigananda. There is Zvigananda. Deal with them once and for all. All right. Now let's look at, Chronicle newspaper, then we'll get some rest. What is in the Chronicle Zimbabwe? Chronicle Zimbabwe, quickly. Okay, this guy's even published. I was particularly interested in knowing what has happened to this minister here, Joe Gabuza. I'll let the guys look for you what has happened to Joe Gabuza, who was beaten up while enjoying the company of another man's wife. And he was beaten so badly and stabbed all over the body. And it's so bad. Ndakataura inini kuti usarare kumvana. Even ukafarisa sei, kana zvanakidza sei, usarare pamvana. Unofira mahara. Yeah, I think I've covered that. Let's now go to our sponsors. Our sponsor is Mve. Please support our sponsor, Mve. If you're in the UK, United States, New Zealand, Australia, all these countries we've supplied, Dubai, anyone can get Mve. Please support our sponsor and you get a free packet of Mazondo Spice. Support the struggle. The struggle is real. 1 liter engine turns into 3 liters. One kickstarts, and you don't have to crank it. Atidi vanu vanopiwa pena vokavera kudondo. So that is our sponsor. And as I said tonight, I'll be back here with an announcement on Nyoka Bunu. We need to formalize what we're doing. We need to make sure that we now work together under the banner of M31, starting with the protest that we're going to have on the 1st of July against Tagwirei. Tagwirei has been awarded a tender. Without going to tender, he has been awarded the contract to work on the Victoria Falls upgrade, Victoria Falls Road. Tagwirei must know that there are people in this country and he must feel the power of the people. Tagwirei will never be able to walk over our people again. And I want us to make sure that in 14 days, in just 14 days, we show this man that it's not going to be simple. So the 1st of July, which is no more than 15 days from today, they must feel it. Tagwirei must feel it. This group has been going around the country doing shoddy work. This group here, Obey Chimuka, who is on US sanctions, Kudata Gurei, and Musowe with the Tensor Systems. They've been going around stealing, and let's show them. Let's show them that people are not just talking. And let us make this the biggest protest that has ever been seen in Zimbabwe. Don't allow our war veterans who have come out and spoken up against this group to be ashamed. Let's show organization and fight Tagwirei. Fight this man. He is trying to sneak into power. Don't allow Tagwirei to sneak into power. And he's using the money that he's getting from these tenders, contracts, illegal contracts, to sneak into power. So let's not allow it, and let's push. We're going to starting tonight. We're
Ay, 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 uyo, uko, kuno, abo, pano, mama wanna get it, nice. I know food I miss, I know food I say, I know kaya marigi. Kama kwetu tikomu, kwetu tikomu usasai. Kama kwe anogaya mari,
kamba kwe uyo anotara mari anogaya mari garai mamunzwa paninyaya pano zvamunoda kunzwa zvinotaurwa pano madiko kumunzwa mugova ne.com kamba kwe vanogaya mari vanotaura mari vanosiya mari kamba kwe vanotaura feya kuti pamberi zvichafamba sei vanomutererei zvikubatsirei mukufamba kwenyu zvikubatsirei mirai ndikudze kuti chokwadi pano chizere kamba kwe vanogaya cash vanopa mafacts vanotaura straight vane evidence vane confidence plus intelligence
entertainment, current affairs and news. Kamba kwe totikomu usasari, kamba kwe anogaya mari.
Right, guys, I'm back. I don't know what these guys do, but they somehow have the power to remove us from the internet. That is crazy. Tagwirei is going to get away. We're not going to allow it, guys. These guys have invested in technology that allows them to knock us off the internet when we're talking. Do you see what I'm talking about? They're able to do it, and I'm going to make sure that we deal with this problem. I've got multiple internet connections right now. They knock us out one, we're going to jump on another. It's crazy that Tagwirei can do this, but they are able to do it. You have heard Apostle Kalin Chiwenga speaking. So starting this evening, I was making an announcement. Starting this evening, we're going to start a campaign against Tagwirei. He is not going to finish that road. That is Victoria Falls Bulawayo Road. He has been awarded a tender together with his group that works with him. That is Obechimuka and engineer Musowe. They've been getting these irregular tenders and we won't allow them. This time, there is going to be a protest on the 1st of July. Just make this announcement known across the country. Tagwirei is being given irregular tenders, is very corrupt, and there was no process followed on this award of this contract. So there is going to be a protest on the 1st of July, and that is against Tagwirei and his group and Mnangagwa. So 1st July, there's going to be protest. It's going to be hot. They want to rest. We don't want these guys to rest. We're going to make this announcement starting tonight. It's going to be on. Every night, we're going to start campaigning for this protest. And this time it's a protest. It's not a stay away. We are going to have a protest against Mnangagwa, against Tagwirei. In South Africa here, we're going to have a real protest. And in Zimbabwe, we're going to have a real protest. We're going to push for it. So get ready for the 1st of July, 2025. Tagwirei is not going to get away with it. So this protest against Tagwirei and his group, that is Obechimuka and his engineer, they get all these billion-dollar contracts and they're trying to sneak into power. So don't allow it. And we start today. We start tonight. We're starting a process against these guys. So that is it. We are on. And we have got something big going on. And we hope that everyone is going to support us. The days of Mnangagwa are numbered. The days of Tagwirei are numbered. Mnangagwa and Tagwirei are trying to sneak into power. And they want to use the money from these tenders. and Auxilia Mnangagwa already in the UK right now. So I would like to thank all of you for watching. Let's spotlight what's happening and let's share as widely as possible. Let's give these guys the hit that they deserve, as much hit as possible. We are back where we started, and it won't end well for them. Right, thank you very much, everyone, for watching. Let's look quickly at the comments. The world of Mnangagwa has moved ahead, and everyone else is left behind. People still stuck. Mkoma George, you are going to see what is going to happen. And then let's see, Gambakwe, Onokara Mari, Anokara Kesh, and the Kari Twitcher, Zoro, Mnangagwa aka broker, Auxilia aka broker, Sean aka broker, Kuda aka broker, Emerson Jr. aka broker, Kanonzani Kasikanaka, Kasikanaka Mnangagwa, aka Kewik. Then Mnangagwa, Atina Mtadza. And I would like to thank all of you for watching. I'll see you again in the evening. As I said, we are going into a formal process now, leading to the 1st of July protest. Let's not give these guys space to breathe. Thank you very much for watching, and a good day to you all.
Siyangena bari kuchisa segena mayuta kakumbuka apasisura kachuka anza anotimisa tokubvisa mabhurukwa ngoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachira tidzautsinye kundama yazuka geza nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika ingoti takajamuka 2030 takabuka vachira tidzautsinye kundama yazuka geza nekusaida chiti anoridza luka asi matira mabwezi zvinhu zvaitika makaune zvakaitike Bulawayo mayuta kakumbuka hanzi koma ndiyo hanzi anopikisa wese tomubate kwiyo yaiva herere vachiridza muchiro tiri kutaura neanhu pfungepo izvi zvakawanda vamwe vanotigeza da kumisa zvigananda zviri kumedza gou ifanika anakonda taona pazouda nanatironi komanda nenyaya dziri kupisa pasocial media uchida zvakawanda pinda gamba kwemidiya vanovhura dzese dzakaipa dzakadziya waise Zagana